Hello everyone, how are we doing today? So I've been asked quite a lot on Xbox and Instagram about this, about how I snipe jets. So today I'm going to be showing you how to snipe the three main jets you are likely to see in GTA: Laser, Hydra and B11. I hope you enjoy and I hope you learn something. Here are my settings. So these are my settings that also I think is a key element due to my sniping overall. So I pretty much have everything for aiming, sensitivity and dead zone all at max. So that's what it is. Right, let's start off with the laser, the most common jet used for griefing in GTA Online. So this jet is quite special and it's easy to snipe, funny enough. It just depends on the positioning of the jet. So let me try and explain. So, here we go. Here is the cockpit. Let me flatten it out real quickly. Look at how narrow the cockpit is. It's quite a narrow and flat one, isn't it? And with the cockpit, it's very flat, so it does make it difficult to get like a snipe when it's coming straight directly at you. So like a nosedive, for instance, it's hard to get because of how narrow and flat it is. But what I like to do with jets is find where the seat is and find where the person is going to be sitting. So as you can see, the seat is there, so you need to kind of shoot in between a little bit of the glass. And with this jet, like, this is the second fastest jet in the game as far as I'm aware. I might be completely wrong. My knowledge up to date is not too good on jets, besides I know how to snipe them. So it's easy to snipe this jet, but that's what it is. Right. So right here you can see, so in this clip you can see, I get the red hit marker and I'm not even aiming on the actual cockpit. That's because I let the bullet travel to the cockpit so it actually hits the player, which is what you'll see now. So what I do with this jet, you can see, I'm aiming completely away from the jet and I'm aiming ahead. What I do with a jet snipe is I predict where the jet is going to fly, and that's where I line up my scope to take the shot right on time. So it's basically in line with the cockpit. So right there, I had it lined up, I predicted where he was going to fly, and all I did was aim it there, and as you can see soon, I hit RT and I take the shot. So you can see here, point lined up, I'm predicting where he is, and once again here you can see I'm literally not even aiming at the jet, I'm predicting that he's going to fly left, I get my prediction right and this happens. Sniping a hydra, in some cases, is actually easier than sniping a laser, and I shall explain. If you look here, the cockpit, it's much more thicker if you get what I mean. Right, so if you find the difference here, this is the difference. Can you see the difference in volume between the two, and the hydra and the laser? The hydra is bigger, isn't it? So you can have a more chance of actually getting a snipe. So that's what's kind of interesting about the Hydra. You can get a more chance of getting like a forward shot kind of thing, which I will kind of show you. So where I'm facing right now, this shot here, if he's coming directly towards you, and you can just aim your scope up and you can fire, and that is a perfect shot. Because it's so wide than the laser, you'll get a perfect shot. And you can also get a good side shot as well, let alone. B11 is probably, funny enough, one of the easiest for me, or the easiest out of the three, and I shall now explain why to me it is just the easiest. So the B11, I've paused it here, it's got a very big cockpit. And the thing is with the cockpit is more visible, and the Hydra is the slowest out of the three, so you have a way more chance of actually hitting this JIT. It's honestly incredible. So, well, there's a lot of ways this can go down. Here, for instance, there's a player who could just do, like, how can I explain this? This position here is the best position to take a jet snipe from. This is because he's at an angle where his cockpit is showing, so you have free access to shoot him right there. Let's look at another one. So, for instance, let's see. For instance, he attacks us, and what some people will do, pro jet pilots, will go upside down and hide their cockpit. They do this to hide their cockpit away from you so you can't snipe them out, and then they'll nosedive you, which is very hard to nosedive someone. But I do have an example of actually someone doing that and sniping them out. That's just kind of a drag scope kind of thing, and I'm now happy enough to show that. So here it is. So right here, beforehand, you can see he's firing down missiles and he's kind of nosediving. So what I do, I kind of drag scope his cockpit. Here's another shot that I've got. That it was right in front. There you can see, I have it lined up. I know where he was going. I take the shot. He's gone. Instantly. Here's another shot. I predict that he was going right because of his wing. I go there. I look there and I stop and I'm like, okay, he's going to turn right. Fire early. Done. So guys, that is how I snipe the three main jets which are used for griefing in GTA for all sorts of things, killing people, whatsoever. Obviously, I don't think it's going to work for many people just because it's based on practice. But how I basically snipe jets is kind of knowing where they're going to fly and basically positioning myself for where they're going to fly and then just taking the shot. So predicting where they're going to fly.